When Speed entered Khabib's house, the first thing he saw wasn't the giant bear poster on the wall, but a real bear cub standing in the corner. Yo, 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 Khabib, why is there a bear in your house? Speed screamed, jumping backward. Khabib laughed calmly. This is Masha, baby bear. Like cat for you Americans, for us normal pet. Summer 2023. Speed had received a surprise invitation. Khabib was inviting him to Dagestan. Come, brother, I show you real life, not Las Vegas, not Miami. Real mountain life. Speed had accepted without hesitation, but now, after a 15-hour flight in Makhachkala, standing in front of a real bear cub, he was questioning his life choices. Can I touch it? Speed asked, trembling. Of course, but be careful. Even baby bear's stronger than you, said Khabib. Speed slowly extended his hand. Masha's soft fur surprised him. The bear cub looked at Speed, then gently pushed him with its paw. Speed fell to the ground. Ah, Khabib, help! Khabib burst out laughing. She just play with you. Stand up, don't be chicken. Khabib's house wasn't what Speed expected. Modest, simple, but clean. The walls were covered with family photos. A large portrait of Nurmagomedov dominated the living room. This my father, Khabib said, his voice softening. He teach me everything. Discipline, respect, hard work. Speed looked at the portrait. There was power in Nurmagomedov's eyes. Your pops looks tough, bro. He was strict but fair. Come, I show you room. Speed's room was basic. Single bed, small window, carpet, that's it. Khabib, bro, what's the Wi-Fi password? Khabib laughed. No Wi-Fi in Mountain House. You here for real life, not Instagram. What? No Wi-Fi? How am I gonna stream? No stream for 1 week. You promise, remember? Speed remembered his promise. 1 week, no social media, no streaming, just Dagestan life. So what are we gonna do? Tomorrow morning, 5 a.m., we run in mountain. Then wrestling training, then help my mother with animals, then... Wait, 5 a.m.? This is late for us. Usually we wake 4 a.m. Speed's eyes widened. What had he agreed to? For dinner, Khabib's mother had prepared a feast. Speed was surprised looking at the table. Meat, bread, soup, salad, simple but plentiful. Eat, Khabib's mother said, smiling. She said something in Russian. She say you too skinny, Khabib translated. Need to eat like man. Speed filled his plate. The meat was incredible. What meat is this, Khabib? Mountain sheep. We hunt last week. You hunted it? Of course, real man must know how to hunt, how to fight, how to protect family. After dinner, Khabib took Speed outside. It was dark, but the stars were incredibly bright. Look, Khabib said, pointing at the sky. In America, in city, you never see this. Too much light, too much noise. Here we have peace. Speed looked up. He'd never seen so many stars in his life. Wow, bro, this is incredible. This is why I always come back. Money, fame, belts, nothing. This, he gestured at the mountains. This is everything. At 5 a.m., Khabib woke Speed up. The air was cold. Speed was shivering. Come, we run. Bro, it's too cold. Let's wait a bit. Cold make you strong. Warm make you weak. Let's go. Running in the mountains was torture. Speed was gasping for air after 10 minutes. Khabib looked like he hadn't even started. Khabib, bro, I'm dying. You not die. You just lazy. Your body can do more than your mind think. 30 minutes later, Speed was lying on the ground. I can't, bro. Send me back to Vegas. Khabib sat next to Speed with a serious expression. You know why you tired? Because I don't exercise? No. Because you never push yourself. Always easy way. Stream, play game, eat burger. This not life. But I make money from this. Money without discipline is nothing. You have $1 million, but you cannot run 30 minutes. Homeless men in mountains stronger than you. It hurt Speed's pride, but Khabib was right. When they returned to the village, Khabib's cousins were waiting. All wrestlers. Now we train, said Khabib. Bro, I don't know wrestling. I know. That's why we teach. The next 3 hours were the hardest 3 hours of Speed's life. Even 12-year-old kids were beating him. Every time he fell, Khabib shouted, Stand up! No give up! By noon, Speed was like a corpse. Everything hurt. I can't anymore, Khabib. Please! Okay, rest 10 minutes. Then we go help with sheep. Sheep? They needed to bring 200 sheep down from the mountain. Speed had never seen sheep up close. Brother, just follow them, guide them, said Khabib. But the sheep wouldn't listen to Speed. One pushed him. He fell in the mud. Khabib's cousins were laughing. Even sheep know you city boy, said one. In the evening, Speed returned home exhausted. Khabib's mother had prepared food again. Eat. Get strong, said Khabib. While eating, Speed asked, Khabib, bro, why did you invite me here? Khabib thought, I watch your streams sometimes. You funny guy. But I see something missing. What's missing? Purpose. You make money. You famous. But what is your purpose? Why Allah give you this platform? Speed had never thought about it like that. I don't know. I just entertain people. This good, but not enough. You have 20 million young people watching. What you teach them? That night, Speed couldn't sleep. Khabib's question was spinning in his head. What was he really teaching? On the fourth day, Khabib took Speed to the mosque. I'm not Muslim, bro, said Speed. I know. Just come see, no pressure. The mosque was quiet, peaceful. People were praying. Speed sat in a corner, watching. After prayer, an old man approached Speed. He spoke with Khabib. He asked who you are, said Khabib. I tell him you my American brother. The old man smiled, shook Speed's hand. Outside, Speed asked, why is everyone so calm here? Because they have faith. They know life is test. Money, fame, temporary. Faith, family, honor, forever. On the fifth day, Khabib took Speed to his father's grave. Every time I come Dagestan, I come here first, said Khabib. They stood at the grave. Khabib prayed. Speed waited silently. My father teach me, if you have power, help weak. If you have money, help poor. If you have knowledge, teach others. This is real success. Speed's eyes filled with tears. He thought about his own father. How long since he'd called? Khabib, bro, am I a good person? Khabib looked at Speed. You have good heart, but good heart not enough. Need good actions too. On the sixth day, there was a wedding in the village. Khabib took Speed. Real Dagestan wedding. You will see. Music, dancing, food, but no alcohol. Everyone was happy, having fun. Dance, someone said to Speed. I don't know how, bro, but they insisted. Speed got up, tried to do lesginka. Everyone was laughing, but not in a bad way, with love. At midnight, Speed and Khabib were sitting on the mountain. Tomorrow, you go back, said Khabib. Yeah, what you learned this week? Speed thought. A lot, bro. Discipline, respect, humility, but most importantly, what? Real strength isn't muscle. Real strength is character. Khabib smiled. Now you understand. On the last day, going to the airport, Khabib gave Speed a package. What's this? Open when you home. During farewell, Khabib hugged him. You always welcome in Dagestan, brother. But next time, train before you come. Speed laughed. Promise, bro, I'll come trained. On the plane, Speed opened the package. Inside was a small photo of Abdulmanap and a note. Brother Speed, money come and go, fame come and go. But who you are inside, this stay forever. Use your platform for good. Help people. Teach young generation about respect, hard work, discipline. This is real legacy. Your brother, Khabib. Speed cried, quietly so no one would see. When he returned to Vegas, his first action was to start streaming. But this time, it was different. Chat, I've changed. Dagestan changed me. Khabib changed me. From now on, not just entertainment, I'll teach you something. Discipline, respect, determination. Chat was shocked. Was this Speed? And I promise, I'll exercise every day. Improve yourselves every day, chat. Money isn't important. Character is important. A year later, Speed returned to Dagestan. This time he was prepared. He ran not 30 minutes, but 1 hour in the mountains. Khabib watched proudly. Now you real mountain guy. I'm not a mountain guy, bro, Speed said laughing, but now I know who I am. And he really did know. 1 week in Dagestan had changed the rest of his life.